For our foster puppies that are further along in their training with under, this video will show some extensions that you can do while working on under with your foster puppy. So you can sit on the chair itself that you're asking the dog to go underneath. This would be what you would do in a restaurant or on a bus, anywhere in public that you would ask the dog to go under the chair so that they are not in the way of the public walking around. And so when my dog is underneath there, I'm rewarding him pretty frequently so that he stays in that position. I used a verbal cue and a hand signal to get him to go underneath there. And again, there's really no wrong way to lure the dog underneath. And then I start adding things in like moving my feet. Because in real life, if you're in a restaurant or wherever you're at, there's going to be movement, there's going to be other things happening. So I'm moving my feet. Every time I move my feet and my dog stays still, I say yes and I reward him. Yes. I can start to stand up slightly. When I go to stand up, if my dog stays put, then I say yes and I reward. Yes. And notice that I'm not doing a full stand just yet. I'm just doing a little rock forward onto my feet. Joe. My dog's losing focus a little bit. So I just give him a little tap to remind him that I'm still here. We are still working on things. Free. And then I release him so that he has a little bit of a break. And then we go right back to the exercise. Yes. Yes. So he's underneath my chair. I'm going to reward him frequently for being under there. Yes. And then I'm going to start adding in movement again. Yes. That was a full stand. Again, every time I move and my dog stays still, I want to say yes and then follow that up with a reward. So I can increase the length of time that I'm standing. That was a big movement that I just did. My dog stayed still for that, so I said yes and rewarded. That could have gone either way. My dog could have been successful with that, or that could have been way too much. If it was way too much, then I would have not done that big of a movement on the next repetition. I would have done a smaller movement so that my dog is successful. And if your dog is successful with you moving, doing all kinds of things, and you want to up the game, then you can start adding in other elements to working on under with your foster puppy. So if you've got, let's say, a cat in your home, you could grab the cat, put the cat on your lap. You could grab something that rustles, something that makes noise to get your dog's interest. My cat happens to be in the room, so I picked her up and I brought her over onto my lap. I got up and moved. My dog stayed still, so I said yes and I rewarded him for that. And now I'm just rewarding him for staying under, even though the cat is on my lap. Yes. And my dog likes to be involved with what my cat is doing. I'm rewarding both parties here, so both my cat and my dog are getting rewarded. My cat is getting rewarded for being a good sport. Yes. Anytime I do something that's distracting, I say yes and then I reward my dog. Our dogs get very used to us being very still when we're training them, and we need to start adding in more lifelike movements to their training, because that's what they will be doing if they go to a client. I released my dog with a free, and then I give him a chance to say hi to my cat, and I pet him for doing a good job. So get creative with it. There's an infinite amount of possibilities you could do.